Hey everybody, welcome to week 7 of Game Dev, but only the fun bits. This week we got some exciting developments, also Turkey Week, happy Turkey Day, but let's get into it. So instead of going sequentially this week, I'm going to start with the most obvious visual thing you're seeing right now, which is the new lighting. I'm really happy with how it turned out. I did it Friday, kind of the end of the week. I thought I was having issues with, I wasn't really happy with the attenuation. Previously, my lights just had kind of there or not there. There wasn't a kind of fade out as you go further away from the light. So I was trying to think of ways to represent that, because in my palette 3D system, which I'm using for visuals, I couldn't really do a fade between. So I was trying to figure it out. I thought, well, I'll try some hashing, and then I thought about adding some noise to that, and it's really good. Like I think it's like the first thing I have that really visually is a feeling, because like I've had other things and they're technologically cool and like they stand out, but it doesn't really have any sort of feel. Like these lights, I think, are the first thing where I'm like, yes, this is a direction I can go in with how I want this game to look and feel. So going back to Monday, first thing I worked on were manifold transitions, so making it so I could go from tunnel to street to bridge, back to street to tunnel, making it, because the manifolds are what make the street shape, so I made it so that there were some issues where there were random connections when you have a meeting of like a tunnel and like a normal street with a guardrail. So I fixed those, and I implemented in my test course actual tunnel and an actual bridge. Tuesday I did my first playtest. I got one of my housemates to help me. Drove around a bit, felt the controls, immediately saw that a big problem was my air control. So right after the playtest, I made it so that you can freely control your rotation in the air. Did a lot of tweaking, made it so that it feels right, I think. I still need a way to control the direction you're heading, because I want to give you a little more control about kind of your drift in air. But yeah, now a lot less falling on your head, a lot less kind of falling your side. Made it so that the Z-axis roll doesn't really happen, so you can't kind of like twist in air like that, or at least not very often. So air control is much better. And then after that, I worked on my line repeater, so made it so that you can define a line and then define an object, and that object will be repeated on that line, similar to my pattern frame system for patches. I now have something for lines. So with that, I added the tunnel lights, so now there's lights in the tunnel, and all those lights have, you know, actual lights, like a frame. I did some work in Blender to make some things. Yeah, so now it's going to be a lot easier to add details to the course alongside the streets. So Thursday, I had a goal of I wanted to get supports underneath my bridges, so like columns that you're seeing in this video. So in order to do that, I need to make a way that I could have a manifold in the middle of my street. Because right now, or previously hard-coded, you could have a manifold on the left edge and a manifold on the right edge, and those could extrude it out, and that creates your street. The issue is I want something directly in the middle of the street to go along it. So I simplified the street generation code, and I built in a system where you can have arbitrary extra manifolds that will be extruded along the street. So that made it so I could have those columns. I can add, you know, more signs. After that, I worked on AI. So it's still way away from being done, but fixed some bugs. They do less kind of wavering. You'll see them a little bit in the video, but it's still really far away from being done. Unfortunately, the AI there's a lot of work to do on it, but it is pretty high priority for me. I want to get it done, or at least working enough so that I can have something to test with, and if I put a demo out, other people have stuff to test with. So going into next week, I think I have 3 projects I'm thinking about. One is more improvement on AI, like I mentioned. It's going to be a project probably forever. As long as I'm working on this, I'll probably be continually making small changes to the AI to kind of make it less buggy. And the other thing, I want to do some more visual polish. I did get a demo out, like I was talking about. I put a new demo out there, but I don't think I'm really going to advertise it because there's a few visual polish things I think will make it pop more. And the final thing I want to do is start working on a new course. I think this course I'm kind of going to leave as is because I'm going to be doing some more like base level changes. I want to start pulling in like banked curves. So I'm going to make a new test course probably and start introducing more of these advanced course features. Yeah, and then that's what I'm working on. So like I said, there's a new demo out. Go ahead and try it if you want. It's very simple, not a whole lot of features. And then I'm hoping to have another demo in another 2 weeks, just kind of with some more visual polish and maybe with an extra course and obviously more AI changes. But yeah, until then, I'll talk to you guys in a week. Thanks for watching. See you guys later.